Revology. You might be wondering, why are you on a 600RR? Well, I crashed my bike, and here's the story. Actually, I'll tell you what we're doing right now. Right now, we're on a veterans ride. So yeah, how did I crash? Well, I actually found new people over in my dorm that rode motorcycles, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, you ride motorcycles too. Like, I want to be friends with you, you know? So what happened was I started riding with them, and they were new riders, you know, so I mean, I could do a wheelie and stuff, so I was showing them like wheelies, and I guess I was showing off a little bit, which was probably the first mistake that I had. Yeah, so I started riding with them, and I went up this hill. It was at night though, so it was like pitch black. Went up this hill, and you know, we turned around. The first guy was supposed to go, but he was on an R6. He's new on an R6. Yeah, very interesting, by the way. But we were just kind of all lined up talking, and then we were gonna go, and he was supposed to go first, but he cut out. And so I just kind of like mocked him by, you know, going faster, or not going faster, by going first. Like, hey, look, I can't cut out. And then I started going, and I guess I was going a little fast. Like, I didn't recognize it at first, but it was dark, so, and I mean, my headlights weren't that good. And so what I did was I was going a little bit too fast, and then this blind corner, guys. Blind corners kill. This blind corner came up, and, you know, I started turning. I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, so of course, my radius was bigger than the radius of the road, so of course I crashed. Before I crashed, I knew that I wasn't gonna make it, so I stood up the bike and I tried braking as hard as I could. Couldn't make it though, so I pretty much dukes the hazard into the ditch on the side. Luckily there weren't any trees or anything big. My helmet's scratched up, but I don't want to reuse it again since I did get involved in an accident. But what happened after that was I didn't know what to do. I went back to my dorm and I got changed. My bike's still out there, so it was like a good 20-minute period where I just kind of left it there. Then I went to campus security, and they came out with me to look at it. I filled out some paperwork, and they didn't need to file a police claim either. So I don't have a record on the police report, because there was no police report. But so Shannon was the bike's name, and Shannon pretty much died. The security was gracious enough to just wait for me and help me out with the tow truck that was gonna come get it. It was like 10, 11 at night, and so I waited for the dump truck, or not dump truck, the flatbed. Flatbed came. I couldn't pull my motorcycle out of the ditch, so we pretty much like took it out of the ditch forcefully. And yeah, he started loading it. We're like scraping along the ground. The back wheel's locked, I can't get it into neutral. The front wheel is like locked, bent, and it was just kind of bad. Later on, after everything, the insurance told me it was a total loss. So luckily I had collision insurance, so I got about $2,007 altogether, like with accessories and things, because they paid for my jacket, which I didn't need a new jacket, but they paid for it anyways. I don't know why. But that money, I got $500 accessories, $2,466. And then altogether it's like $3,200. Yeah. So I used that money to pay for this new bike. And if you look up, I'll post a video. It's actually my first time riding this bike. Oh man, it was so sweet. Actually, it's the second time riding this bike. It's still sweet. Oh, there we go. I'm still getting used to the clutch a little. So I was looking online, and you know, God was gracious enough to find me another bike, because I literally just became Christian Motorcyclist Association member, and I was like, I mean, I got my patches and everything, and I haven't put them on yet, and I crashed. You know, it was so bittersweet. It's like, oh, I was so close of doing, you know, what God wanted me to do, and I let pride get to me. And pride, you know, God brought me down with pride, and He crushed my bike. You know, I didn't have God's safety anymore. Of course, He saved me when I was falling, though, because I do. I asked every single time I ride, you know, God, keep me safe on this bike. If I'm riding with anybody else, I'd say keep them as well safe on that bike. I just pray every single time, but I definitely was prideful, and I think He knew that I was going to get this bike, and He wanted to show me, hey, if you're be humble, you know, pride is a killer. But yeah, so actually, like a couple days after everything was done, like they told me it was a total, I started looking on Craigslist, and boom, this bike came up, $3,000, 2006 Honda 600 CBR RR. It had, as you can see, it has almost 19,000 miles on it. That's a little much for a bike, but you know, I don't think it's, I think it's fine. Like, it performs very well, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm just, it was a salvage title when I bought it, and I was like, ooh, buying a salvage title. But apparently, anything can make it a salvage title. Like any like crash can make it a salvage title. So what happened with this was, this bike was laid down, and it scratched up the fairings and stuff, and that was enough to give it a salvage title. Instead of, you know, it only got a salvage title because I guess he went to the insurance, and of course the insurance stamped it as salvage. If he would have done it himself, then it would have been a clean title, but then he would have lost a bunch of money. So it's actually a repair salvage title, so it's not just like salvage is crashed, like who knows what kind of safety it has. Like, you have to go to the DMV, and you have to get the title, you have to get the bike checked in order to have it have like a repair salvage title. So this is up to spec, so I wasn't worried about that anymore. The previous owner, he also said that he was a little bit skeptical of buying a salvage title bike, but he realized it was fine as well. So whatever, I don't care, it's a new bike, it's nice. Boy, it was really nice. Oh, what is this girl doing? You can get over a little, but not so much. You're like, anyways. So here I am. New bike. After I got a new helmet, I got a new GoPro mount. After everything, it costed me $80 out of this crash. I paid $80. Insurance went higher, definitely, because I got a CVR 600R. I'll explain that in another video about insurance, but yeah, so that was my kind of crash. What happened with the bike was, I'll show you a picture right here. As you can see, like, you can see how the front is like definitely like cracked and everything. I don't have a light. Well, like one of my lights were off. Rear view mirror. One of my rear view mirrors were off. And cracked and stuff. And you know, it like the frame that like holds, or the like little subframe that holds the front fairings in place was also like bent in, and that's why my wheels were a little locked. So I had to deal with that. And yeah, so locked the wheel. My bike was totaled. Out of the cost, like, I had 2 huge dents, I'll show right here. Huge dents in the tank. And to get a new tank, to get new fairings, to get everything new, it would have costed a lot. So that's why it was a total loss, because the amount to fix it was over the price, the actual price of the bike. So of course, you know, it would be cheaper to buy a whole new bike than to fix the bike you have. So I debated, I could have spent $1,000 off of my deductible to fix my bike, or pay $80 for this bike. So it's like, what do you want to do? Yes, insurance higher, yes, I'm gonna probably have to lower it, but I know God will protect me if I'm humble, now that I have my CMA patches. But I kind of scared around. I'm kind of scared of turns now. God definitely humbled me. But yeah, here I am, new bike. Still gonna be making videos. But as for now, new bike. So hope you like this little experience with my crash bike. I'll have to give you a little tour of this bike when I get off. But yeah, right now I'm in a ride. It's a veteran, I think I explained it earlier, it's a veterans ride, so it cost me $20 to join, and we're just riding to different places. Oh, I've never experienced that before. Oh, my balls. Oh my. Whew, I never got that on my bike. Whew. Oh. Okay. Looking out for different things. Oh my. Okay, that's probably funny to watch me get my balls kicked by my own bike. This is Charlotte. Charlotte just kicked me in the balls. Oh man. Anyways, what was I saying? Veterans ride. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. We get these, there's like 4 stops. We each get a poker card out of every stop. I'm not sure what's gonna happen at the end when we have all poker cards. We'll see though. But yeah, this is Revology, and God bless.
Subscribe to Revology today.